Last Saturday, hundreds of visitors came to the Oxford Gun Company for the Oxford Festival of Shooting. Some came to compete, others to have a go at the huge range of activities on offer. More about those in future programmes. But for now, we were keen to find out more about the guns on show from TSC sponsors Yieldits.
My name is Tony Middleton from Yieldits UK. We are the importers for Yieldits shotguns made in Turkey. And today we are at Oxford Gun Company Festival of Shooting, and it has been slightly damp. We've been showing off our beautiful guns, new guns, 12 bore, 410, hand engraving, beautiful wood, £2,000. Fabulous. However, if you want fun, this little baby is the gun for you. It's a single barrel, 410, 3-inch chamber. It's a folder, so you can put it in your pocket. Perfect for vermin control. And if you want to miss a few clays, you can with this gun. All for £225. A fantastic gun and great fun. Doesn't have any kick. It's very light. It's as light as a bag of crisps. Yeah, we sold one today, and loads of kids have been firing them down at the Have a Go stand. And it's been, and they've all come back, and I say one person has bought it. It's been good fun. You know, a nice rural show. And there's a party of girls back there having a birthday party. They've had a ball. I think they're on the gin and tonics now. I'll be going there in a second.
TSC is brought to you with support from Sabati Guns from Rangerite, CCI Clays, Yieldits Guns, Ely Cartridges, Browning Guns, Bowman Traps, Breeden School, and Charles Stanley Wealth Management.
Okay, so this is the Sabati Jaguar Silver Action. You would have seen David Florent do the Jaguar Gold with the case hardened receiver on the TSC channel. And this is just a completely plain model. Still exactly the same features with a Schnabel forend, multi-choke ejector, but I've got these on a limited offer in 20 gauge, 28 and 30-inch barrels. So grab them while you can, really. It's a lovely gun, comes up really, really nice. Just a nice, simple Jaguar model without all the fancy case hardened receiver, but obviously that does change the price of it. You'll be picking these up for about £1,000 retail. As for the Jaguar Gold, it's about £1,350 retail, so there is a big price difference. But you really can't go far wrong with them, to be fair, and they're available in 20 gauge, 28 and 30-inch barrels. They will be out in retailers now, and they'll also be at the Oxford Gun Company as well. Someone who's starting, or a lady shooter who doesn't want the kick of a 12 gauge, opens really nicely. Like I say, ejector, multi-choke comes in, and also a case. Also comes in a case as well. With obviously your chokes in a case. So it's just an all-round nice package to get you started. Just nice to see, especially what the Oxford Gun Company do with new shooters, getting them into the sport, which is so important. That's why we support the TSC.
And sure enough, not long after, Jake was presenting a Sabati shotgun to Mitchell Brooker-Smith, who won the Colts category in the sporting competition on the day. It was Mitchell's first ever big win.
You must be really chuffed to achieve that. How do you feel?
I feel elated, really. In other words, overwhelmed, because this is a really big achievement for me. Because I've always said that a gun is something I've always wanted to win, whether it be 12, 20 bore, 410. Just wanted to win a gun, and I've finally done it, and I can cross it off my list, saying, "Yep, I've won a gun." So I'm happy.
And for youngsters out there, how did you really get into it? You're fortunate to go to Breeden School. But how did you really want to get into, how did it make you get into sort of competitive shooting? When did you start?
Well, the school's challenge was really the reason why I got into competitive shooting, because I came down with my school for the first time, a bit nervous, didn't do as well as I wanted to, but after I saw some older people win some prizes, I thought I'd like to get to that level. So I practiced as hard as I could throughout the year, tried to get to the level I wanted to be. And I think I'm doing quite well at the moment.
And going to Breeden, I mean, a normal school doesn't have the facilities that you've got. most sort of normal schools, they drive around, they go around, they walk around with tennis rackets. But you guys at Breedon, you're lucky enough to walk around with guns.
I think if you go to Breedon or a school like that, you're incredibly lucky, because if you're privileged to hold a gun instead of a tennis racket or a golf club or anything like that, you just think, I'm doing this skill that nobody else is really doing. And you can go out to your friends outside of school and they can say, well, I'm on the football team, or I've just won a trophy in tennis. You can say, well, I've done a schools challenge event and I've done something really well for my school, or I've just taken up a new sport in general.
And also making friends. I mean, you've obviously, with Breedon and with Oxford Gun Company and tying up, you've made a lot of friends outside of Breedon as well. It's a very sociable sport, isn't it?
Yeah, because before I got into shooting, I was not I was not a sociable boy. So shooting's really brought me out of my comfort zone, got me into meeting new people, and I'm very thankful that the sport's done that, because I'm doing something I enjoy and I'm making new friends along the way. So it combines two things I've always wanted to do.
And for the viewers, there's probably kids or people looking out there thinking, why do we put guns in the hands of youngsters? I mean, there's better sports out there, but what can you say about the safety? How are you learned, how you taught about because you're also taught how to run shoots, how to all that sort of thing.
Well, I would have said safety is probably a crucial part, because with any sport you have to be safe, but with guns you have to be safe. And I think with shooting, if you think, well, first, if your instructor says, first we've got to learn about shotgun safety, at first you might think, oh no, but then it's actually quite interesting, because you think, oh, this is quite interesting. I'm learning about the gun, I'm learning about the parts of the gun, what's dangerous, what isn't. And I would recommend saying that if you ever get the chance to learn about shotgun safety and actually try to get a hold of a shotgun, I do it. Even if it's not your thing, just try and learn a bit about it.
And the question is, are you going to be taking that into school next week and having to play with that in school?
Yeah, go on then, if you're supplying the 20 bore cartridges.
Okay, well done and good luck in the future.
Thank you.